In this one, we're gonna make this big weight transfer jerk bait. It's got a lot of tungsten in it. A couple large spheres of tungsten, probably adding up close to 3/4 ounce. Transferring to the back when casting. It's gonna go clunk, putting mass at the rear, right where you want it for long distance casts. I didn't know I was gonna go to a football field and try to cast the entire length of it until after I made this bait, but the idea popped in my head and I wanted to see if it was possible. So we'll be doing that with this bait. And to those wondering, that giant sucker swim bait that I've been working on, I'm working on. I will continue working on, don't worry. We'll get part 2 pretty soon, but it needs some working on. That's a lot of work. Enjoy the video, fellas. This thing's gonna cast a mile. Starting with white, let's get a nice bright base coat to paint a nice bright paint scheme on this. Dramatic color, alien purple, top flank. Weight transfers just like boom. We're gonna follow that up with some drab green, not too much of that. It's weird, it kind of adds some red to the purple almost. More chartreuse than green. Coming back up with the white, got a stencil. That's kind of interesting. Trying another new thing. I got a brush like this. They come like that too. We're using the little ones, just 3 at a time. I marked out with a pencil where I want the lateral line. Now I'm gonna go in and try to, like, I don't know, really evenly do this with the three-prong brush. I don't even know what this is called. The 3-for-1. I almost want to come back in with a very dramatic pearl white between each of those. That could look really good. Let's do that, just to see. I gotta do the other side real quick. All right, got my pearl white. Plenty of it on there. That is a uniform pattern right there. It looks a little too unnatural, but I think under the scales I'm gonna put over it, it'll look good. It'll go back to natural. Just gotta messy it up. I like the brush. That's pretty sweet. I'm getting a clear cut on this before scales. because it looks better when you do that. It sets the scales apart from the paint under it a little bit, and you don't scratch the paint that you're putting the scales over with all the clamps and the mesh and stuff. Metallic blue silver. I think the blue with that greenish chartreuse stuff is gonna look great. Nice simple scale reveal. That was just window mesh. That was charcoal, metallic charcoal. Just a bit of a scale change up, nothing crazy over the top. Detail smoke black's gonna go over the top and tame that purple down a little. A little bit more color, might do something else, I don't know what yet. Alright, just painted the outlines of those on with some stencils. Gotta get the color on them now. That's a bright eye. Went orange and gold. Looks good. A little bit of red down there over the signature. Floater. Ooh, that's nice. Consistent action. Weights back. As soon as you give it a tiny tug, you can feel that weight come forward. You can hear it too. Like this. That's perfect. There's a lot of weight in there. It sits heavy. It floats, but it sits really heavy. That is a lovely, big, confidence-inspiring weight transfer jerkbait right there. Gotta get the fishing rods back out. I had them put away. We're gonna go see how far we can cast. Since casting distance and accuracy is the entire point of making a weight transfer jerkbait, let's go see if we did a good job. Exactly 2-ounce jerkbait. Nice. It's awesome when you don't keep track. Like you're not even trying and you make it exactly 2 ounces. Savage Gear Battletech rod with a Daiwa reel. Pretty much brand new Daiwa reel. This thing should go pretty far. Oh, dang it. Won't go very far if you don't thread your line through the guide. Bob Saget. All right. Here we have a football field. "100 yards. We're gonna see if it can cast a football field. I'm just feeling the wind. It's in my face right now. We're gonna give ourselves the wind advantage. I got my foot on the line. That looks like it was 50. Yep, just past 50. Uh-oh. That's not gonna be easy. I didn't really get a good weight transfer there on that cast, and it was the first one, so I was going nice and easy on it. I don't know how this reel's set up. We'll get it further. It'll happen. I mean, that's a far cast. This might be close to 70. 50 right there. That's probably 60. Oh, I passed it. That one got to 60. Okay, I feel kind of good about this one. I feel like I know what I'm doing. Here we go. God, that was further. How far did we get? Here's 50. Oh, that went way further than I thought. No! we were like 4 inches away from the line. Does that count, fellas? Maybe I can get it further. That was so close. A nice smooth cast does better than a jerky one with the weight transfer. Let's get that grass off of it. It's less aerodynamic. Here we go. Oh, that's it. This is how you can tell it was it. I got down to my mono. You have to reel so fast to keep up. Come on. This is 100 right here. We are past. We're like a couple yards. That was 102 yards right there. Entire football field. For a massive 2-ounce weight transfer jerkbait, there's a ton of tungsten in there. I had to get this Daiwa reel set right, but wow, that did a good job. Weight transfer systems make a big difference in fishing lures. Even the ability to land your bait right where you want it is massively improved. Stopped at the P.O. box. They had a big box for me. From Nicholas. Very, very well packaged. That's exciting. Does that mean that it's something very, very special? They framed a note that they gave me. Just kidding. It's a very special note. Please find a little something that tickled my fancy some 50 years ago. I have no recollection of the company I ordered them from, but when I saw them in the catalog, I had to have them. Musky jitterbugs. The shadow box cost 10 times what the lures sent me by. What's it? A shadow box with old style jitterbugs in them. The 3 hooks with the 2 on the side. Thanks, Nick. So I think a 100-yard cast on conventional bass tackle, that's not normal. It didn't feel normal as I was waiting for it to get to its destination. I was like, you know, how crazy would a 100-yard cast with normal conventional bass tackle be? AI probably thinks that humans talk that way. Like ask a question and slowly stop talking. Average angler 40 to 60. Good angler 60 to 75. Very good caster 80 to 90. They're saying this is record tier. I'm sure they're not using like this pretty much is a surf fishing plug. And it's weight transfer, so it's, you know, this is not conventional bass tackle. You need a perfectly tuned reel, aerodynamic lure, long rod, that was a 7'2". Thin slick line braid. You know what braid I had on that? It's not Daiwa J braid. It's Korean K braid. You can only find it on eBay. The guy that sells that braid, he was at iCast and he just gave me lots of this. He was so happy to see me and he loaded me up with good old K braid. I was happy he gave it to me because that's the thinnest, slickest, nicest braid I've ever, for 30-pound test, nicest stuff I've ever used. I fished with it all year too. 0 wind resistance, we had wind at our back. Elite casters only sometimes break 100 yards and usually with tuned or modified. So I don't think it's this I don't think it's that big of a deal. This is making it sound like too much of a big deal. It didn't seem too hard. With the 2-ounce lure, yeah, not bad. Not bad, fellas. Pretty good. I'm gonna figure out where to put this. Thanks again, Nick. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a like for Longcast. On to the next bait.